Assalamu alaikum. This is teacher Fatima Salim from Ridwan Schools. Today's math lesson is indices and standard form. Now, the objective of today's class is to understand and know the meaning and the rules of the word indices. To begin with, what are indices? Indices is a plural of the singular index. And the word index means the power to which a number is raised. Example, 5 to the power 3 means 5 by 5 by 5. But when I say 5 to the power 3, 3 is the index. So it means the number in which I multiply 5 by itself. The plural of index is indices, which means in Arabic, al-usas. This is our lesson for today. First of all, 5 to the power 3, as mentioned a minute ago, means 5 by 5 by 5. Now, if you want to the value of this, you should multiply 5 by itself 3 times, and this way you will get 125. Another example is 7 to the power 4. What does that mean? It means 7 by 7 by 7 by 7, which is equal to 2401. And you can check using your calculator. Now, let's begin with examples from your book. First of all, in exercise 7.1. In this exercise, you're asked to simplify the following terms. Let's begin. This is exercise 7.1, question 2. When I say simplify, I mean that I will have a long formula, such as this one, and I want to make it simpler or shorter. So instead of writing all of this, I can use indices to make it shorter. This 3 by 3 can be rewritten as 3 to the power 2. The 4 to the power 3 can be written instead of 4 by 4 by 4. And instead of 5 times 5, I can write 5 to the power 2. This is shorter and this is simpler, and you don't need to calculate the value of this because the question wants you to just simplify. Part E of the same question says 1 by 1 by 6 by 6. Instead of this, I can write 1 to the power 2 times 6 to the power 2. Now, in part F of the same question, I'm going to ask you to pause the video for a minute in order to do it on your own. You can pause the video now. Welcome back. Instead of all of this question, it can be simply 3 to the power 3 multiplied by 4 to the power 2 multiplied by 6 to the power 5, because we have 6 multiplied by itself 5 times. Good job. Now, when we deal with indices, we have to do it correctly. And in order to do this, there are laws we must remember. The first law says, when I have two numbers multiplied by one another, all I have to do is put the number and add the indices. So a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. لاحظي كيف احنا حطينا نفس الأساس A لما أضرب الأساس نفسه بأسين مختلفين ساعتها بجمع الأسس بس. In the second rule, when I have two numbers divided by one another, when we divide, this means that you should subtract indices. فبنحكي a to the power m minus n minus. إذن ضرب معناه جمع الأسس، أما القسمة معناها طرح الأسس. The third law of indices, a to the power m to the power n, means that you should multiply the indices by one another. So this becomes a to the power m times n. بضرب الأسس في هاي الحالة. Let's make that work. This is a worked example from your book, so you already have the answer in your book and you don't need to write it down. The worked example under the title Positive Indices لما تكون الأسس موجبة. Simplify 4 to the power 3 multiplied by 4 to the power 2. In this case, you notice that we have 4 in both places, We have 4 to the power 3 multiplied by 4 to the power 2. This goes to rule number 1, which says, yes, add the indices. This is 4 to the power 2 plus 3, which is 4 to the power 5. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Part B says, simplify 2 to the power 5 divided by 2 to the power 3. Since we have division, all you have to do is subtract the indices. 2 to the power 5 minus 3 means 2 to the power 2. Good? Now, let's see how well you will do in C. Evaluate. Pay attention to the difference. Here I ask you to evaluate. I mean, you have to find the answer. 3 to the power 3 multiplied by 3 to the power 4. Now, since I need to find the answer, I can do it whatever way I want. 3 to the power 3 is actually 27, but 3 to the power 4 is 81. If you multiply this, you will find the answer, which is 2187. This you must do because the question wants you to evaluate, not simplify. Part D says evaluate 4 to the power 2 to the power 3. Here, you need to find this out. 4 to the power 3 is actually 16. Now 16 to the power 3 means you should go multiply 16 by itself 3 times. And if you do it correctly, your answer will be 4096. Remember, only do this if the question asks you to evaluate. It means find the answer. Now, exercise 7.2 from your book says simplify using indices. Now, I need you to copy those questions on your notebooks, please. We will begin with question 1, part B. It says 8 to the power 5 multiplied by 8 to the power 2. Now, which rule of indices should we use here? You should add indices. This is 8 to the power 5 plus 2, which is 8 to the power 7. And that's it, because the question asks us to simplify. Good. Now, part F of the same question. 6 to the power 2 times 3 to the power 2 times 3 to the power 3 times 6 to the power 4. Of course, the indices I can add are indices of similar bases. لما يكون الأساس نفسه ساعتها بقدر أجمع الأسس، غير هيك لا. So, بجمع أسس الستة مع الستة والثلاثة مع الثلاثة. This means 6 to the power 2 plus 4 times 3 to the power 2 plus 3. In the end, this is 6 to the power 6 multiplied by 3 to the power 5, right? Now, how would you like to do part G? Pause the video, please, and see your answer and match it with mine. Welcome back. As you can see, we must add the indices of 4 alone and 5 alone. This means 4 to the power 5 plus 3, 5 to the power 5 plus 4, and 6 to the power 2 remains the same. This is the final answer. 4 to the power 8 multiplied by 5 to the power 9 times 6 to the power 2. Good job. Question 2 also asks us to simplify. In part E, you find division. So what should I do? Great. You should subtract indices. This means 6 to the power 5 minus 2, which is 6 to the power 3 exactly. Now part G of the same question. Have you known the answer yet? Good job. This is 4 to the power 3 because you subtract 8 minus 5. You're doing great. Question 3 of the same exercise wants you also to simplify, but here we should use the third law of indices, which says multiply 2 by 5. The answer is 10 to the power 10. You're doing fine. Part F of the same question, 8 to the power 2 to the power 3. Yes, you should multiply 2 by 3. The answer is 8 to the power 6. Great job, everyone. I'm proud of you. Question 4. We're still in the same exercise. Now, in part D, we have a bit more complex question because we have multiplication and division in the same time, but no problem. If you work it step by step, it will be simple. First of all, you should deal with the numerator first. تعاملي مع البسط مبدئيا وبعدين نتعامل مع المقام. بالبسط 4 to the power 2 to the power 5. What should I do about this? I should multiply 2 by 5. This means it's 4 to the power 10. Now 4 to the power 2 اللي بالبسط بتضل زي ما هي. المقام ثابت 4 to the power 7 ما في إشي تعمليه فيه. هلا 4 to the power 10 times 4 to the power 2 عندك ضرب. اجمعي الأسس 4 to the power 12 وما بنسى المقام 4 to the power 7. هلا عندي قسمة 4 to the power 12 divided by 4 to the power 7. Subtract the indices. The answer is 4 to the power 5. Good job. Let's do one more. Part E. 4 to the power 4 times 2 to the power 5 times 4 to the power 2 divided by this denominator بهذا المقام. أول شي بتعامل مع الأربعات بجمعهم واثنينات بجمعهم. Let's see how this works. 4 to the power 4 بجمع هذا الأس مع 4 to the power 2 فبتصير 4 to the power 6 multiplied by 2 to the power 5 بتضل زي ما هي. المقام يبقى كما هو مبدئيا 4 to the power 3 times 2 to the power 3. Good. هلأ بكمل 4 to the power 6. ال4 مع ال2 ما تعملي شي فيهم. هلا 4 to the power 6 is divided by 4 to the power 3. So what should I do? Subtract indices. This is 4 to the power 6 minus 3 يعني بالنهاية 4 to the power 3. هلا 2 to the power 5 divided by 2 to the power 3 برضو بطرح الأسس. This is 2 to the power 2. If I'm going too fast, you can repeat this section. بالأول جمعنا الأربعات. وقت الضرب بجمع الأسس. وقت القسمة بطرح الأسس. نعيد التجميع في النهاية لحد ما أوصل لأبسط جواب ممكن. Okay? 4 واحدة معاها أس 2 واحدة معاها أس. That's it. Okay. Now part G of the same question. You have a bit more things to do here. 5 to the power 2 to the power 2. Now you need to remember that we should multiply indices here. Good. Now if you multiply the indices here, this is 5 to the power 4. Now 4 to the power 4 to the power 3 means you multiply indices here as well. It's 4 to the power 12. Good. هلأ المقام البسط تغير. It's 5 to the power 4 times 4 to the power 12. المقام the denominator it's still the same. ما عملناش إشي فيه. هلأ بدنا نعمل 5 and 5 are divided by each other. So I subtract the indices. 5 to the power 4 minus 8 that is 5 to the power minus 4 لأنه 4 ناقص 8 سالب 4. هلأ الأربعات نقص الأسس 4 to the power 12 minus 9 is 4 to the power 3 and this is the final answer. You're done. طيب. Now pause the video and try H on your own. Welcome back. You should first of all multiply indices in brackets اللي بالأقواس اخلصي منه. This is 6 to the power 12 وال4 اللي تحت بتصير 4 to the power 8. ركزي معي. 6 to the power 12 multiplied by 6 to the power 3 multiplied by 4 to the power 9. المقام 6 to the power 8 times 4 to the power 8. Good. هلأ 6 مع 6 اللي بالبسط بدنا نجمعهم. 6 to the power 12 plus 3 بتصير 6 to the power 15. Okay? هلأ 4 to the power 9 ضلت زي ما هي. المقام ضل كما هو. Now look at this step. This one before the last. 6 to the power 15 is divided by 6 to the power 8. This means you should subtract. Good. So it's 6 to the power 7. 4 to the power 9 divided by 4 to the power 8 is also subtracted. It's 4 to the power 1. Good job. This is the final answer. And that's it. I need you all, please, to write all of the exercises on your notebooks. I hope that you tried most of them on your own. Please wait for my notes on the homework. Thank you.